Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Clown-versation. Woohoo! I'm so excited today. I can't wait to tell you the most amazing news, folks. If you hadn't picked up on this already, today is the 50th Clown-versation. So I'm in full celebration mode, and I have lots of very, very cool, fun, exciting things to tell you about. We're 50 today, everybody. 50 Clown-versations. Yeah. Happy birthday, Clown-versations. Yes, this is very, very exciting. Now, if you're with us today, we have a most amazing guest, Ginevra Sanguigno, who will be with us very, very soon. She is an absolutely inspiring clown who's been doing incredible things all over the world, and we're going to hear all about it in just a moment. But first, there's this.
It's just a conversation with a fellow clown. It's not very serious, we're clowning around. It's really just a clown-versation.
Yay! There's that. Now, if you're new to the Clown Spirit channel, welcome. It's wonderful to have you here. Clown Spirit is a place where we use the power of clowning to bring lightness, joy, and connection to your life and the lives of everybody around you. Please hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel if you haven't already. Like the video, share the video, and say hi in the comments, in the chat. There is a chat right there next to the video. Let's use it. Let's jump in there and say, hi, everybody. Welcome. And where are you today? Tell me where you are, what you're doing, what's happening in your life. Did you have a good holiday? Are you doing some incredible clowning right now? Share all the things. Share your website. Share your photographs. Share your beautiful clowns with us. And I will read out your comments as we go as well when we're talking to Ginevra in just a moment. So Jay, hi, Jay. Happy Clown-versation Day. Thank you, Jay. It's so exciting. I can't believe that we've done 50 of these. It's just gone by so quickly. Of course, we started in the midst of the pandemic, and that was kind of the initial impulse, but it's just gone on, and I found that there's more and more demand for these wonderful clowns to tell us all about their work. Agave from Germany. Hello, Agave. Lovely to have you with us today. Go on, throw into the chat, say hi. Say where you're from today, where you're tuning in from, what you're doing. And of course, we've got to do some things to celebrate. So first of all, I'm going to make a couple of very exciting announcements. The first thing is, if you haven't picked up on this already, tomorrow is the last day that you can enroll as an early bird in the Clown Connection. Now, the Clown Connection is the program that Clown Spirit is kind of the one that it's the kind of flagship program that I'm most proud of. It's an 8-week, 8-module program. It's a deep dive into everything to do with clowning from all the different perspectives. There's practice, there's workshops, there's video lectures, there's creative tasks, there's a resource archive, there's a community for the people who are in the course. It's an incredible program. It's called the Clown Connection. I'm going to put the link in the comments underneath. And as I said, tomorrow is the last day. And if you actually enroll during this early bird period, you get 1/3 off the regular price. So it's really worth doing that. The course doesn't start till the end of January. So we have some more people tuning in. Nova, hi, Nova. Hi, Audrey. Thank you, Audrey. David, hi, David. Great to have you here. Awesome. So lovely to have you all here today, folks. Now, I've talked about the Clown-versation. The next really exciting thing that I want to announce is that because we've done 50 of these Clown-versations, I've decided to put together a video compilation of all the best moments of the Clown-versations, the last 50 Clown-versations. But I want to know what your favorite moments are, right? So I need your help with this, all right? Are you up for helping me? Because I really need your help, folks. I need you to tell me what your favorite moments were. Hi, Mike. And I'm going to give you an amazing incentive. All next week as a special 50th Clown-versation giveaway, I'm going to be giving away free stuff every single day next week. I'm going to give away a free month in Clown for Life, which is our monthly membership, every single day. And then on the last day of the week, I'm going to give away the grand prize, which is a whole year in Clown for Life, right? So you could win a whole year in Clown for Life. This is how you participate, right? Listen up, because it's kind of complicated. You have to go and watch a Clown-versation, your favorite Clown-versation. So find the channel, find the playlist with all the Clown-versations, pick the favorite one or one that you haven't even heard yet, but looks like it could be amazing. Maybe one of your favorite clowns. Watch the whole thing and decide which is your favorite 30-second moment from that Clown-versation. I want you to write the time code of that moment, that 30 seconds, right? Where does it happen? Is it minute 35 to minute 35 and a half or minute 46, whatever it is? You're going to write that time code. You're going to write it down. And next week, I'm going to be posting on the Facebook group every day. So look out for that post, and you're going to put that time code and that favorite Clown-versation in the comments underneath that post. And we're going to start to build up an archive from you guys. So this is the really important thing about this. This is going to be our collective creation. What were your favorite moments in those 50 Clown-versations? And if you do that and you comment underneath those posts next week with your favorite moments, you will be entered into the draw for that day to potentially win that free month in Clown for Life. Isn't this incredible? Who else is there? Magda, Patrick, Audrey says, wow. Yes. Wow, indeed. So who else thinks this is amazing? Because I do. Do you want to win? Everyone can win, right? Everyone is going to have an equal chance. But I need you to do a little bit of work, and it's going to help me to create this kind of highlights video as well. And we can also create short videos of all these highlight moments in the Clown-versations. So look out for it next week, folks. You could win a free month in Clown for Life, or you could even win a whole year in Clown for Life. Pandora says, woohoo, from Sudbury, Ontario in Canada. This is a great opportunity, says David, also in Canada. A lot of people in Canada tuning in. We love the Canadians. All right. Jay says elbow cough. Okay. We're going to bring Ginevra on very, very soon. But there's one more thing that I want to announce. And this is going to involve you guys as well. And it also involves Ginevra. To celebrate this amazing moment of the 50th Clown-versation, I think it would be great to begin a tradition in Clown Spirit of raising money for the amazing work that clowns are doing. So today, during the Clown-versation and for the rest of the day, I'm asking you guys to donate money to Clown One Italia, which is Ginevra's amazing humanitarian clown organization. And we're going to hear all about it in just a moment. Now, here's the thing, guys. I have set a target, right? I think we can raise $500 by the end of today. And if we do that, I will match that 500 with another 500, and we will give that $1,000 to Clown Italia, Clown One Italia, to do their amazing work. Do you think we can do it? Are you up for this challenge? If you're up for it, tell me in the chat. Say, yes, I'm up for this. Yes, I'm going to do my best to help. And what I'd like you to do is actually write in the chat how much you're willing to give. So write your name, write how much you're willing to give, and then I'll follow you up later to make the payments. Also, guys, if we're going to hit this target, right, because this is a kind of game we can all play together. If we're going to hit this target, you're going to have to share this information with other people. So you can get on your social media right now, and you can share the link to this live that's going on right now. And every now and then I'll remind you about that. So copy and paste that link that you can see in your URL bar at the top of your browser, and go ahead and put it into a post on Facebook right now. Spread the word, even write a little email, write a text, get people on board right now. I think we can do it even within the hour of the Clown-versation. We see. Yes, I love your positivity. So write into the chat I'll give you $5. I'll give you $10. I'll give you 50. If 10 people gave $50, we'd be there, right? So if we reach 500, I will match it with another 500 from Clown Spirit, and we can send $1,000 to Clown Italia 1 to do their amazing work. Now, I've been promising for about 10 minutes that I'm going to bring Ginevra on, and she's thinking, when am I coming on? What? I hope she hasn't disappeared to the bathroom or anything like that. I think she's there. So Ginevra is a really amazing person. She has trained with some of the great teachers of theatre and performance around the world. And then she decided to commit herself and her life and her clowning to helping people in some of the poorest parts of the world, the parts of the world that really are culturally very, very rich, but also are marginalized, are suffering in different ways. And clown can transform their lives and has transformed their lives. And Ginevra is at the center of that movement, I think, globally. She has done incredible things all over the world in Afghanistan, Ivory Coast, Cambodia, Brazil, Cuba, Nepal, Palestine, Siberia, Armenia, Chechnya. I mean, there's probably 50 countries or more that she's been clowning in. In 2000, 23 years ago, she founded Clown One Italia, which is a non-profit organization that operates in marginalized Italy and in schools, as well as in countries with serious humanitarian emergencies and countries at war. She works a lot with Patch Adams as one of the teachers of the Gesundheit Institute, an associate of the Gesundheit Institute. She's a close personal friend of Patch Adams. She's an extraordinary person who's having a huge impact on the world through her dedication to clowning. So it's my really, really great pleasure to introduce to this Clown-versation, Ginevra Sanguigno.
Clown-versation, clown-versation, improvisation, inversation, clown-versation, improvisation, clown spirit, clown-versation, 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 improvisation, versation, improvisation, versation.
That's better. Woohoo! Ginevra, that was beautiful. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
For that beautiful introduction. I think this is the first time we've had a musical introduction when a guest came on. So thank you.
Really?
And thank you so much for coming on today and being a guest in Clown-versations. It's wonderful to meet you.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes. And we have a donation already. Lucy, $40. Woohoo!
Wow.
Thank you, Lucy. All right. So 10 more of those, folks, and we'll be almost there. Ginevra, it's just, I feel a little bit overwhelmed because you are the 50th Clown-versation guest, and that means you're a very special person in my world. And I know you're a very special person anyway, but you know, this takes it to new heights. So I'm just going to calm myself down a little bit and take a breath and begin the Clown-versation. So it's traditional for me to ask guests how they became a clown in the first place. So I'm sure you have an amazing story about that, Ginevra.
I try to be short.
No, you've got a whole hour. It's okay. You can take the whole hour with the story.
Okay, first of all, I write everything, you know. I can read everything. I already. No, you know, we was talking before. My like intention to be a clown in life is back in when I was like very, very little girl.
Yeah.
I was very skinny, almost bone, and no one boy was looking at me. The only way is to make people laugh, and I did it. And so my friend was laughing on me because I was doing a strange face and imitate like a singer, famous singer. And so in that way, the circle of friend was accepting me. Even I was very skinny with a glass, the glass like this, and not so very attractive. And this is one. This is was my very, very beginning. Like, let's say, I'm 66 years old, and that was I was like 10 years old. Yes, I
Yeah.
remember the fact that to not be accepted from the circle of friends because I was not so pretty, or my mother was sending me like not in military way, but she was cutting my hair. 10 years girl,
Yeah.
they want long hair, and they want a pretty clothes, and I was looking like a boy, and it was
Interesting.
terrible for me. So, I make people laugh. Then the
Yeah.
second starting point, very important for me, was my father. My father was pediatrician, and I observed him many times. He was playing with children before before visiting
Mm,
them,
mm, yeah.
and that was very nice, very sweet. And the children was getting very relaxed during the visit. uh, um, and he was playing before. He was in a corner of his studio. He was putting some toys to make children play before make the examination, I don't know, the lung, etc., etc. And the
Yes.
children was getting very relaxed, and that I will never forget. He was actually my first clown teacher, my
Yeah.
father.
Wow.
Also, we have a big tradition of commedia dell'arte in Italy, very well,
Mm,
and especially in the center of Italy, where my father was coming from, Napoli. uh, this part of Italy is really amazing. Everybody are clown in a certain way. You ask something in the street, hey, sorry, where is this street? And they make not to you, they don't give you just indicate, oh, this way or this way. They make like a theater piece for you,
wow.
very funny. And my father come from this area. I believe I got something from DNA or something like that.
Yeah,
And
amazing.
yeah,
So that's just one part of Italy that people are like that.
well, yes, Napoli is very famous. It's Napoli is Italy, but is everything. Uh, is very danger place, like I don't know, Mexico City, or I don't know,
Mm,
very danger place. The people can steal you things. At the same time, is full of lie city
yes.
and danger. At the same time, people are very alive, and very, very poor people. And there is it's a really particular city, but the people there have such a spirit that
Mm, mm,
are
mm.
really unique, I think.
Wonderful. Yeah, this reminds me of a little bit of Colombia, where I've done quite a lot of work, and there's this interesting phenomenon because clowning seems to exist kind of codependently with dangerous or difficult, challenging conditions. Like I've noticed this with Colombia, that there's the more poor or dangerous or difficult the environment, the clown seems to get stronger.
Well, it's interesting what you said. I think yes, there is some connection between the element that live in a danger place. You need to survive in
Mm,
somehow, and you
mm,
need to make invent your instrument to survive in a contest that, for example, maybe is a danger, or you have to, and you cannot cry all day long because you live in such a danger place. So
mm.
some in some part of the world, like I don't know, in South America, but I believe this part of Italy, the people react, and there's a big tradition. They also have a big theater tradition, comic theater tradition. They react by, be funny, or make the everyday life, even the worst things that happen to you, something that you can change the energy of,
Yeah.
and become something that can not heal you, but can give you, can make you smile at least. But it's a long conversation. This is
Yes, that's beautiful. Well, we're going to get to that. So I just want to remind folks, or people who are tuning in or just joined us, welcome. I'm here talking with Ginevra Sanguigno, and it is the 50th Clown-versation, and we're celebrating by raising money for Ginevra's amazing organization, Clown One Italia, and a specific project that they're doing. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that, Ginevra, and then we'll
Sure,
go back?
sure. And I want to just add something very, for me, important in my path.
Mm.
Why I start to study theater. That start from a very mm, difficult moment in my life when I was 19 years old. I was depressed, deeply depressed.
Mm.
And what? Theater give me the instrument to uh, recognize myself. I
Yeah.
have a body. I can jump. I can fly. I can be everything I want, in the sense,
Yeah.
and I can express everything. It is, you are shy, and you go over your shyness, and this is very important point. Again, so the things start from a moment that difficult for you, can become an open flower instead of back to the depression. And
Mm.
clowning come was the consequence. Okay, so I start clowning, okay, when I was a child, like 10 years, etc., etc. But then I go into a very serious and dramatic kind of theater, dance theater, for
Yes.
many years,
Yeah.
And then in 1994, when I met Patch the first time, actually, I read his book in 1994. My husband was meeting him, and he was saying in his book, we go to hospital. We bring clown in a hospital. In
Mm.
1994, in Italy was something impossible,
Yeah.
something out of any possible idea. In a hospital, you have to be silent. You have to be careful not to do this, not to do that. Of course, we are careful to not, be invasive in the sense,
Mm.
but it was such a revolutionary idea to bring clown in a place of sufferance.
Mm.
And so, first time I went to Russia in 1997 with Patch and many clowns from all over the world, volunteer. That means not professional, because I know there is a big distinction, professional, non-professional, and means people that have different other job, but they was for 15 days in a year, they was participate to this we call clown tour, visiting
Yes.
hospital, orphanages, in many places. So it was a discover a new world, discover a way to connect to uh, so many people, so in an incredible variety of contests. And it's not about bring smile or play or do a performance, but connect in a deeper way. So it's not, the goal is not to make people laugh, but to be friend. and to bring love where apparently there is no love. But again, what I learned from many years is that it's not about me or about us, it's about be a connection between the two sides, your side and other person's side. Can be a child, can be a mother, can be a person in the prison, can be a person in the immigration camp, can be a person that just lose everything for earthquake.
Mm.
How can you become a channel? How can you connect? Clown is, I think, is a very, I don't like to to use this word, but powerful tool,
Mm.
loving tool, loving, loving. Everywhere violence. You enter in an orphanage and children are fighting each other to have the best food, the best pair of shoes, the best, clothes. Orphanage are very difficult place to live for a child. And so clown can bring some moment of connection, peace, friendship, but you have to come back and come back and come back. And this is what I'm doing and what I was doing until now. And all my story, the story I tell you about when I was 10 years old and how I started theater, make my intention more and more clear,
Mm.
more and more clear. More I was going into the things, and more my intention was clear. And my intention give me a strong instrument to make, to organize my, let's say, performance, action, what what I decide to do in the life. And my action is create each time consequence for me, consequence for other. And so I like still this concept in three that Patch speak about very, very often: intention, performance, consequence.
Mm.
So important.
So beautiful. So at what point did you and what was the impulse to create Clown One Italia? And I just want to remind folks that that we are raising money here, and we actually have raised $100 already. So that's,
Oh,
yeah, fantastic work, everybody. We're a fifth of the way there. If we just raise 400 more today, Clown Spirit is going to match that, so we can send $1,000 over to help Ginevra's amazing organization, which we're going to learn more about in just a second. So if you have friends who should be on here right now, folks, please invite them on, have them watch a little bit of this live, encourage them to give a little bit of money, because we're celebrating. It's a new year. We're celebrating 50 Clown-versations today, and it would be so wonderful if at the end of today we could raise that amount of money for Clown One Italia. So
yeah. Okay. First of all, I want to say that I'm not a special person in the sense everyone can do what I was doing with friends. Really, really is important to understand this point. I'm not a special person. I mean, when I start Clown One Italia, it was like Patch was starting a new project in 1994 called Clown One International. It was about bringing clown all over the world with the 747 plane, because at that time, because of the movie, etc., Patch Adams movie, Patch was really, really famous, and someone was promised to give to Patch a 747. At that
wow.
time, was very big plane, like gift. Hey, this is a present for you. But then we was we talk about, and it was not so really convenient to have a plane. Where did you park the plane? On the outside your house? How you drive a plane and maintenance and stuff? So okay, no plane, but so many projects around the world start called Clown One Australia, Clown One Germany, Clown One,
Right.
but
Okay.
no one still exists except Clown One Italia and Clown One Japan. Clown One was, the presidential um, plane of your
Yeah.
president, Air
Yeah.
Force One.
Air
Okay,
Force One.
that was the
The
match.
joke. Yeah.
And so when Patch was, so do you want to become like a reference point for Europe? We said yes, 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 very enthusiastic, and I have no idea about how to start. So you can start from zero. I
Mm.
start from zero, no idea about donation, about how to raise money for project, how to organize a project. Zero,
Mm.
zero, zero. I learn by doing
Mm.
and by
Mm.
asking friend how to do, because this is why I said like that, because this is very important part of any non-profit organization.
Mm.
So you cannot go to expert and say, excuse me, expert, you are very expert. Yes, I'm very expert. How much you expert cost? Oh, I'm very expensive. Oh, expert, so I can't give you this salary. Okay, bye bye, you can go by yourself. Experts are expensive. So the organizing part of each project, nonprofit organization project, need a lot of organization, lot of work,
Mm.
and each of us can do. Of course, you ask people, you ask friend, but you can do. Of course I did a lot of uh, wrong things, mistake. But
Mm-hmm.
then since 2000, we start in 2000, we did a lot of projects. We raised money to build school in Nepal, in Cambodia. Uh, we organize many clown tour in Italy. We give money to different family in difficult situation. So you know I'm proud. I'm proud. I know, I'm number one. No, I'm proud in the sense you can do. Yes. I
Mm.
mean, really is really possible. And why I speak in that way? Because beside clowning, which is a very important, is our topics. And so I want, through my action, to make my word, these words, and the circle of my friend, a better place to
Mm.
live.
Mm.
So the world is in a terrible condition. I mean, we destroy the nature. The relation after the pandemic are getting worse and worse. We work with school with children like 16 years old, and they are depressed, and they try to kill themselves.
Mm.
I go in the hospital, and there is a adolescent. In these last 2 years, the number of adolescents that try to kill themselves increased like 70%,
Wow.
70. It's what what you decide to do,
Mm.
what you decide. So it's need to decide and to work about.
Ginevra, I'm curious. So you've been all around the world doing clown. How are you received with the image of the clown? Somebody just wrote in the comments. Jay just wrote, "My daughter is terrified of clowns, but I'd love to know how to get her past that somehow." And it's curious. I wonder, in your travels, do you find this, that people are afraid of clowns? And if so, what do you
Ye-
do to get over that?
yes, of course. There is like a stereotype, many stereotype. Okay, we have this terrible movie where clown are terrible and scare people around the corner, very dark and like this. And clown is a for me is a big excuse. Really big excuse. I'm not circus clown. Of course, I have I I learned from a great teacher. Yes, and I I can make a show, but I'm not so interested really. And the clown is just an excuse. You put this red nose and this just make more light in your face, and voila. But then you have to add your soul, your spirit, your playfulness that everyone has. Of course, if you make a theater, you are more trained to uh, to show. At the same time, uh, everybody can. I mean, I work with many, many, many volunteer in these many years, and I saw them. They, they, they are wonderful. And when you start to not pretend to be this or that and be yourself, that's the secret. I mean, of course, workshop help you and give you more instrument or yes.
What would you say then? The clown and the nose is an excuse, you say, which I understand completely. But so underneath that excuse, what is it that we're trying to do, or what is it you're trying to do when you arrive in front of people and you're in clown? What is your objective? What is your intention?
Okay, number one, you arrive as a clown, and it's different that you arrive as everyone, almost 90% in the world wearing like black. You arrive and you are very colorful. Clown in the theater are not very colorful, but I am very colorful. And so this is one point. Even you are not doing nothing, people, just look at you like you are like a light, open light, boom. Okay, this is number one. Then, so the experience give you a lot of instrument. You pick from people. This is the clowning, and this is the clowning I love. You have no program. You pick from people. Like, for example, you are in a subway. You have no red nose, but you see a child like look at you in a strange way, because the child really understand. They have like antenna. They understand even you are undercover, incognito. They understand you are strange adult. And so you pick from an eyes, or you pick from maybe no, so the child play with the hand, or speak with nothing, or with the invisible friend. And so you start to interact with him, with her. And this is the clowning I love. Then I am in a colorful clothes every day, not very colorful, but almost every day. And this makes the difference. For example, your presence, decide your presence can be different. And yes, black and gray are very practical color. But what about if one day you wearing all yellow, one day you wearing yellow and blue, or yellow and red, like this?
So
you have to send signal. And I can't teach what. You need to try. So the thing that I was loved from the very beginning when I met Patch, that we were clowning from home. And then, for example, okay, we will meet in Phnom Penh that day. etc. in that month. And from home to the to mm, until the Phnom Penh airport in Cambodia, we was wearing as a clown. And believe me, it's amazing because some people really don't look at you like you're crazy, you're stupid, you are eccentric, you want to show yourself, blah, blah, blah. But it's always like that. Even you are with color or you are all in black. You have your costume, but you
So
decide to be joyful
you must have
instead.
some very interesting conversations and interactions with people if you are traveling on the airplane in your clown costume.
Yes, very interesting. All and what I discover, and I know maybe some people. I know Lucy is here somewhere. Hi, Lucy. She was in a clown tour many times, and she know what I mean about traveling costume. So yes, many interesting conversation, and I have hundred of story, very funny story. And for example, between one plane and another plane, you have 3 hours, and you have to wait. And then maybe there is in your group some people play the organetto, some people play the violin, and the airport become concert hall. People arrive and said, may I sing a song with you? Yes. May I take a picture with you? Yes. And you transform the atmosphere in a such incredible, I can say magic, but it's not magic. It's something that you facilitate, but people are waiting for that.
Mm.
Uh, we all waiting for that. Nothing happened. Nothing happened, and every day is sad. Sometimes you are in the subway, and we have children that sometime arrive and ask money in the subway. Instead, I have always balloon, and then many times you make the subway the place where you are. You play with people for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but then you will remember all day long that moment that you was playing with the person absolutely unknown.
Mm.
And I have to say that after the pandemic that become more difficult, but we are starting again.
Tell me, Ginevra, what have you learned over the years about clowning, and what failures have you had? I'm always interested in asking people where they had a flop or a failure, and then they've learned something new about clowning.
Yeah, failure. Yeah, very very important. During the many years, my what I consider a moment that it's very strange, because failure sometimes is where I was feeling not considered
Mm.
or not get any gratification. But then I was asking myself, what is that? What is gratification about? What is about uh, consideration? I, you are in the clowning position. In my experience, of course I speak from my experience, you have not it's not about you. It's not about you. It's about making connection. It's about be a channel.
Mm.
So it's not about people react and said, hey, vaffanculo means fuck you, or it's not about you, your name, you come from this family, you have this story. It's not about you. It's about the symbol that in that moment for that person you represent, for
Mm.
example.
Mm.
So yes, I have many time, not many time, but yes, and I reflect about was a failure, or I have to work on me and what I want from this clowning, from my action. What I'm looking for. I look for gratification. You are a good clown, you good actor, you are the greatest. So people have a lot of wound. Lot. Even young people. Lot of wound. And sometimes you resonate. Resonance. Resonate that wound. And I don't know why, I don't know how. Sometimes I'm not aware, but that wound sometimes resonate of because your presence. And
I love that idea of resonating. And when you resonate the wound, I think it can be a good thing or a bad thing, because if people resonate each other's wounds unconsciously, that can make them worse, right? If we react in a way that
but again, you speak about bad things, good things. What is bad things is good thing is my experience. Because I remember I was offended many years ago. Sometime people was not accepting me, or I was really too much energetic for some situation. I was imposed in the sense I want you look at me and listen at me and love me. I want that was then. Later I reflect on that, and the reaction was fuck you. Okay, because I was not consider, I was not be careful, I was not listen to you. So what is bad things and good things? I mean, everything is necessary. Receive a lot of no, receive a lot of in for example, I can give you, because example are the things that make you understand. For example, many years ago we were in a checkpoint between Palestinian territory and Israel. We was coming out from Israel and going into Palestinian territory, and it was a boy that was really hungry, really hungry. He was throwing stone to everyone foreign.
Or angry.
And
angry, like
angry.
it's
Like this.
angry. Yeah, hungry is
Angry.
when you want to eat.
Yes. I always, pronunciation.
We have a word in our family, hangry, which is when you haven't eaten and you get angry because you haven't
Yeah,
eaten.
I know. I always, the pronunciation are not my best in English. So
But I
anyway,
think
this
you
boy was very
angry.
hungry.
Yeah.
He was throwing stone to every foreign, to soldier, etc. And I don't think about what I can do. What I can do. We were with the group. I just open my arm and invite him to hug me, and he was not stopping. Small stone, but he was really. The situation over there are very, 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 very difficult. Very difficult every day. Very, very hard. So at the end, he hugged me, or I was going very closer, so I hug him, and he a bag, like bag was like tense like this, and when I hug, he was doing like this, relax. So what are the instrument? What are the technique? What are the tool? Many, many situation, many different. So listen and pick from the situation where you are so important, and everything is happen, bad things, good things, everything are build your awareness.
I love this. I love this philosophy, Ginevra. Thank you. Yes, Pandora just says so beautiful. And Jay says I can relate. So I think that you're resonating, what you're saying is resonating with a lot of people. And I just want to thank you for that, for the depth
Thank
and
you.
of the wisdom. Folks, we have about 10 minutes left with Ginevra, not long. So if you have questions, I had so much more to say. You've only done the first little centimeter. You've got a lot of things to say. But I really want you to talk
Okay.
about the project in Africa that you mentioned. Can you talk a little bit about
Well,
that?
I can say where, and yeah, it will be like in between June and July, and we are making a very good team, and we want to go there and create like a team clown school. We call clown school for children.
Wow.
And yes, we are working. We start already to work last December, and of course we are looking for to cover as much as we can our expense. But these children come from a very, very bad situation, very miserable poor situation. And this other organization we will work with, they are giving a great school, and we want to work with them. Yes.
So this is what we're donating to, I think. If we donate money now, this is the project that will benefit.
I'm sorry, I can't say it exactly where, how, and because we are just saying,
Yeah, no, of course.
start to create.
So if you're just joining on now and you're very, very welcome to the Clown Spirit channel. I'm here talking with Ginevra Sanguigno, who is a close associate of Patch Adams and the Gesundheit Institute, but also for many years has been running Clown One Italia. And
Which
today,
are
very closely
collaborate
related.
with Gesundheit.
Yeah. And so today we're raising money, and money that we raise today will be matched by Clown Spirit, and we'll send that over to support the next project that they do. So Audrey, thank you so much for your $50. That's amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yes, let's see how.
And of course, as soon as we have everything set, I can send detail, and well, I can give you the email of our organization.
Yes, I'm setting up. I'm setting up a GoFundMe campaign. So it hasn't been approved yet, but it's being reviewed. So once it's approved, I'll let everybody have that link, and then you can actually send your donations to the GoFundMe, and the Clown Spirit will add, will match, and then we'll make sure we'll figure out how to get it over to you in Italy. So any more questions you have, folks, or any more donations, put them up into the chat now while you still have a chance. Ginevra, is there anything? I have lots of questions for you, so I could keep going all day with questions, but I wonder if there's anything on that you really wanted to communicate.
Yes, get involved.
Yes, great. How?
Get involved. Okay. Okay. One thing is, for example, Gesundheit is organizing, start to organize after the pandemic stop everything, a clown tour in South America and Morocco every year. If you want, is a way to get involved. Get involved in your country. Maybe you make like one experience, a clown tour, or you want to do volunteer things in your city. Get involved. Take information about some group, or you want to start in your town. Get involved, try. I mean, you don't have to put a clown nose. Just be gentle with people, and maybe go to your local nursing home. Yeah, get involved to make this world a better place.
Beautiful. How could you say no to that?
I know people. Oh my God, I'm alone. Nobody want to come with me. So, like Pat said, if
Mm.
you are three, even if you are just two, you are already a group.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's hard to do it alone, but it's even possible. I interviewed Karl Hammerschlag. I'm sure you know
Oh
Doctor.
my God,
Yeah,
yes, I'm
I
so
I
sorry.
I met him a number of times, and I did an interview with him over a year ago, very shortly before he passed away. And he said he had this idea of the truth fairies, and the truth fairy is something you can do on your own. You just put on a costume, you go out to a place where there's people, and you're just there and you're available to connect with
Yes,
people.
please. And Carl, he was doing this at 78 years old. Please, you are not too old and you are not too young to do that.
Yes.
Please.
I feel very inspired talking to you, Ginevra, because this is really the
Thank you.
core of my mission with Clown Spirit is, we need more clowns out there. And by clowns, we don't necessarily mean trained performers who have this beautiful costume and the perfect nose and the makeup and all these things. We mean people who are working from the space of clown, which is the space
Yes.
of connection and generosity and love and openness, right? Having an open heart and connecting with another human being on that heart level. For me, whether it's laughter or it's funny or it's moving or it's just uh, touches you in some way, it's all clown.
Yes, and also, I don't know, if I go out from my door and in the street, look around you. Look
Mm,
around you. People are, look tired, but then when you start to put some light in your life and in other people's life, you immediately uh, make a connection with, you know, three people, one, I'm sure, want to connect because everybody are waiting.
mm,
But we don't have the courage, or we are too shy, or our life too many problem, or we cannot do that because we are adult. We need to be serious. Of course, everything like this, okay. At the same time, you can do something every day a little bit. Every day a little bit.
yes.
It's not
Yes.
necessary to do a performance or a special.
It's so easy for us to, and me included, to come up with all the excuses for not acting, not doing the thing today,
Yeah,
right?
it's very easy to give you a lot of excuse. Very easy. Yeah. At the same time, really go to the subway, take a bus, and look around you and something to do, even in your possibility. Maybe you are very, very shy, but there is always some little things you can do. I'm sure, sorry, too presuntuosa.
What was that?
Presuntuosa, I don't know in English, sorry. It's like, I'm sure of that, and how can I be sure of that for
Mm,
everybody?
right. People who are just so sure of themselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Ginevra, it's time. I wonder if there's one last thing you want to leave us with, one insight into your way of seeing clown or how to live a clown life.
Well, get involved is the most beautiful things I can say, because I want to get involved more. Sometime I'm sad.
Mm,
Sometime I face very difficult moment, especially in the last few years, and I believe some of you, I hope not, but yes. So I need more moment to connect with me, to connect with my joy,
mm,
which is my clown, but is also my joy, and is everyone has. Uh, we all have our joy that we can drink from, we can take from. And so please don't forget, we can all live this said power. I don't like to say power, but we can all live this possibility. Don't forget and believe yourself as much as you can.
Thank you. Thank you
Yes.
so much, Ginevra, for this really inspiring words. And folks, please let's have a final, yes, check your sheet. Let's have a final push. Let's see if we can, we're at 150 now. We've raised 150 during this conversation. So let's see if we can push it a little bit higher, over 200, maybe over 250, just before we come off the air. And then for the rest of the day, we're going to try and get over the 500 mark, so that, and I promised I'm going to give $500 more from Clown Spirit up to 1,000. So before you
I want to
sign off,
thank you, Barnaby, because with this kind of clown-versation, you explore so many aspects of clowning. I don't see all your clown-versation. Sorry.
You can't see them all. There's too many.
Too many. But you interview great artists like circus artists, theater artists, and also people that work in a social. And really, you give us many different aspects. So that is very important, because so we can have an idea what is behind the act. You see the clown on action, but then what we think, what is behind our action, and what is our goal, or what is our intention about bring our clown to do what.
The consequence.
Yeah, consequence. Yeah.
Beautiful. And money is just one small part of it, but we become, Caroline Simmons was talking about this a little bit when I interviewed her a few weeks ago, that we become very good. We have to, in this work, we have to become very good at resourcing things, finding the funds, asking, being completely unashamed to ask everybody for donation, for funding, to help make this work. Whether, and it doesn't matter. She would say, if it's $1 or if it's 100 or 1,000, it doesn't matter. Every single donation is gratefully received, and it's contributing to the work. So Ginevra's work can't be done without these without this kind of resourcing and funding. So if you've got $10 in your pocket or $50 in your bank account, it would be wonderful if you could commit it now, so that we can get over that goal, over that line of 500 today. And then next week, as I mentioned before, I'm running competitions every day, and we're going to be amassing this amazing video of highlights of all the 50 conversations so far. So I invite you all to go back and have a look at one or two conversations, maybe even have a look at one every day next week, and choose your favorite 30-second or up to a minute moment from that conversation and post it on the Facebook group. If you look out, I'll be posting next week, asking for those clips and those moments that you love the most. And if you write underneath those posts in the comments, I will first of all include it. Oh yes, give me a little accompaniment. Thank you very much, Ginevra.
You speak. I can accompany you. Yeah.
You accompany me. Yeah. I will include this in the video. We'll make an amazing video of the highlights of all the conversations that we've had over the last 50 years, ladies and gentlemen. Roll up, roll up. We are making change. We are making things happen in the world. Transformation.
Transformation. Clown-versation.
Conversation. Transformation. Conversation. And join in. Get involved. Do it right now.
Get involved.
Get involved.
Get
Do
involved.
No more excuses. 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 No Bye, everyone.